Beef, why do you have such a problem with me?
Can we get the real Andy? I would prefer the real Andy.
Oh, let's get the real Max. I'll take off my mask when you take off your mask, brother.
Because who's your new favorite YouTuber, Ian, that wanted to be on the show with us?
The Madman. The Madman.
Mad Movie Man.
Let's bring on Max Movies because he scares the living shit out of me. Hold on.
Oh, wow.
Mad Max says, I think you should apologize. Right? I'm sitting here in a goddamn torn down pool house.
I don't even know who
the
you
pool house
are.
is torn apart, okay? It's torn apart because I'm remodeling on my $70 webcam, okay? I'm no better than you.
Movie Madness Entertainment. Welcome.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the Mad Show, episode 2. There's a lot of people on the internet that are big mad. And do I blame them? That's what we're going to talk about. This is the solo show where I talk about madness. There's a lot of different madness on both sides of this argument. You see it right in the chat. Boycotting doesn't work. I'm sick of these fools. I'm sick of a lot of fools. I will also give you my impressions of Peacemaker. And I'll tell you what. Not a lot, vocal minority. That's your opinion, Nerdette, and I value your opinion, Nerdette. But you can't underestimate either. Boycotting can work. It can work. Yes, people they know the reaction. Listen, WB, whether they admit it or not, they know what fans are saying. If it's a lot of fans, don't underestimate, don't overestimate. That's what you get here. Peacemaker is a success. I'll tell you what, before I even get to my impressions of Peacemaker, I will say this. One of the things that pisses me off gets me big mad. I'll try to keep out spoilers. But one thing pisses me off personally is I try to like things. I do not want to dislike the Peacemaker. I want to be happy towards new content. I don't want things to fail. I have in the past. That's not where I am now. What do you mean? Don't piss me off, RJ. I'm covering madness. Don't make me mad. I'm not mad. I'm very disappointed. It's a mixed bag. Okay. Nerdette says, I'm watching a few hours. Just put your hand up and I'll mute. Okay, I will not get in the spoilers. I will just say it's a mixed bag for me. And it's just all over the place. It doesn't make me feel like I'm watching anything special. Maybe I have not the bias you think I do because I'm a Snyder fan. Not the bias you think I do, but because I like to enjoy watching things with my wife, and if she's not feeling it, she has no dog in this fight. She has no dog in this fight. She just enjoys things. She doesn't like boycotting either. She checked out the first episode. She's like, I'm just not feeling this. I like John Cena. I don't like this character. It's not fun. I think there are some very funny parts of this. Overall, doesn't feel special. It's like and I know some of you may say, well, that's the point of the Suicide Squad and some of the characters. It's like the trailer park of superhero shows. And that might be the point, you say. That might be the point. But I just don't care enough. I'm going to finish it. I'm not going to full boycott. I'm just closing my wallet. I would like to get to your let me see, get to the philosophical. Oh, Generation X, I do want to apologize to you because I found out that you were blocked and I unblocked you and I don't know how that happened. So I apologize. Do not block Generation X Gamer. He says, I like the fight scene in the pre-fight scenes. Ha ha ha. It was okay. I'll keep watching. That's basically how I feel. It doesn't move the needle anywhere. It's just what it is. What are you talking about, Dark? I'm talking about the Flash. I'm not going to support a new timeline. You know what, RJ? If you want to come on, I'll bring you on. This is supposed to be okay. Zeno disagrees with me. I don't silence difference of opinions here. Shut up, please, Callie. You're not getting the kitty. You're not getting the kitty. Peacemaker is nothing but fun. It's like anything on TV, but it's not special. Okay, yes. It's not special. And I did have higher expectations because I think the trailers were great. I think most of the funny moments are in the trailers. I'm talking about to the Flash. I'm not, unless I see a lot of positivity. Okay, Nerdette, since I got to edit my video better, what's your opinion on the Snyder fandom attacking Geoff Johns again today? I'm not against Geoff Johns. I know there's a lot of baggage there. It doesn't justify bad behavior, Nerdette. I never justify bad behavior. There's someone going to stream about me later tonight at 7:30. I'm going to check out Pop Culture Corner. Oh, okay. Hey, RJ.
Hi.
Hi.
Here
we go again.
Do you want me to be normal RJ? Or do you want me to be mad RJ? Because I could go very mad if I want.
Well, this is the mad show. If you're mad, I'm not mad. I'm disappointed.
I'm angry. I'm legitimately angry at some people
me?
today. No,
At
not
me?
you. No, you're fine, Max. You're cool. You're cool. I'm at a point, Max.
Well, let's talk about Nerdette's. She's saying, listen, I don't censor opinion here. I don't particularly like what Geoff Johns did in the past, but I have nothing personally against him. And if he was investigated and he still has work, I'm not trying to cancel the dude. I think Stargirl is amazing. I have to still watch Stargirl season 2. I actually like the Titan show. That's a mixed bag for people as well. So I don't know if he did nothing wrong. I don't know if he was kind of a douche. But
well,
I mean, if that's not breaking the law.
Did you see the tweet that came out today, Max? Ray Fisher tweeted, Geoff Johns is a racist, just to remind you.
Well, did you know that I stopped retweeting Ray Fisher? I think he's gone too far. That's the nuance site. Yes. I did see that. I didn't retweet that. I don't want to do that unless we're absolutely sure. Now, if he did do, I know he did say he was in that boardroom meeting that Ray Fisher might not even have been in and said, we don't need to see an angry black man. That is prejudice and that's ignorant, but I don't, that's subjective if you think that's actual ist. And please use the word ists because I want to keep this monetized.
Yes. Sorry.
But you followed me that I supported Ray Fisher and I think he's gone too far. And I don't think it's helping anything now. I no longer retweet Ray Fisher stuff. No, I do not.
I would just say this. I am kind of at a point where I'm ready to just wipe my hands clean.
Oh God, RJ.
And just say screw the fandom at this point.
Oh, RJ, that's not everyone. That's not everyone.
Dude,
you have listen.
There are people standing by this though, and they're supporting it.
I am not supporting it.
I know you're not, Max. I know you're not.
RJ, this is the internet. It's not just the Snyder Cut problem. It's the internet and it's a Twitter problem. This is what you have to do in politics too. This is why this cycle never ends, RJ. You have to take people on their individual actions and words.
Do you know what's been going on today, though?
And don't do guilt by association.
Let me paint a picture for you, Max. Let me paint a picture
for you. Paint
today.
it, sure.
Okay.
Yes.
Let me tell you what I've seen today.
Yes.
I have seen people.
Well, we do know RJ's big mad on the Mad Show today.
Do you want me to go hard, or do you want me to just kind of tone it down?
Dude, I don't censor you. I don't censor you. I don't necessarily agree with you, but go ahead. You're big mad. You're big mad.
Okay, let me clarify. I'm just ready to change how I'm just ready to not support this restore movement anymore. I still want to be a DC fan. I will always be a DC fan.
You already
Here's the
said
problem,
this.
though.
You already
Here's the-
said this.
I
RJ.
have. But what I'm seeing today is absolutely disgusting. I am seeing people post pictures saying boycott PEDO maker. Okay, they are bringing back the James Gunn allegations. They are attacking him over that.
Right, they're trying to cancel him. Yeah,
they're trying to cancel him again. They're trying to cancel Geoff Johns today, which is whatever. We talk about that another time. I am seeing people post pictures of the dead bodies of Walter Hamada and Toby Emmerich, with the Grim Reaper as David Zaslav.
You know, the last time they did, some people retweeted a picture of Gal Gadot with the heads. I said, I don't like this. Remember?
I know, but I know, Max, it's not about you. It's not about you. I'm saying what the general attitude I'm seeing right now is absolutely disgusting.
That's not everyone. It's not. It's not good.
I know it's not everyone, but the fact it's growing and the fact that there are certain people out there who are encouraging boycotting, who are retweeting and signal boosting some of these posts, like your Fatal J's out there, is absolutely disgusting.
Well, I don't have a problem with people boycotting as long as you're not toxic about it. That's the difference.
People are being toxic and saying that if you are not supporting the boycott, that you are not a true DC fan, that you are not this or that. That is wrong. That is wrong. Wrong.
Well, here's CJH. They $5. Thank you, CJH. I gotta have you on the show, CJH. Maybe Tuesday for members mailbag. We'll bring you on. He says they need to either reboot with Pattinson Batman or set up new universe or bring back Snyder, Darkseid, none of this other DCU mess. Well, here's what I think.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick. Here's my position, and Max, you want to argue with me about this, that's fine. Boycotting in this context, in regards to Warner Brothers, will not work. Do you know why it will not work?
It can work. But the thing they could. Go ahead.
Let me finish.
All right.
Okay.
Big Matt RJ.
Boycotting will not work because ultimately all you're doing is hurting the little guys and not the big wigs. Or, for example, let's say Max is going to boycott Warner Brothers, or he's going to choose to vote with his wallet. Let's say Max is AT&T internet and cell phone service. Max, are you going to cancel that? Because AT&T is a part of Warner Brothers too.
Yeah, I'm not going.
Are you going to start? Are you going to not watch any Warner Brothers production?
I am a number because
it's performative. It's performative and it's BS. It's people just acting performative so they can get internet clout and feel morally superior to other fans. That's all it is.
I am a number one weekender. I like to support things weekend one to get that box office numbers, and I'm just not going to do that until I see a change. If I hear a lot of positive buzz, it's making records and people are really starting to feel it's great. The reviews are great and the audience score is great, because that is a factor. People like to, say Rotten Tomatoes is bullshit. With there's verified audience people that paid their tickets, I'm going to trust that even more so than the critics. I'm going to wait and see, and I'm not going to show up weekend one until I know there is actually a plan instead of not that plan. And I think that they should focus on this news timeline and then revisit the Pocket universe and bring everyone against Darkseid and have a big epic thing and say goodbye to some certain characters.
Absolutely. I would love that. I would love that. But here's the thing, Max. If this is the route I have to go to get that, I'm not going down that path. I'm not doing what these people are doing. They are so far gone. They have lost the plot. The inmates are running the asylum at this point. They have lost the plot. They have gone full loopy in the head. Okay.
Right.
They are literally there are some people, and I had to clarify this. There are some people who are basically crafting Fandom Menace 2.0. This is exactly what it's turning into. Exactly what it's turning into. And the fact that nobody wants to acknowledge that and nobody wants to speak up about that, I don't get it. I truly don't get it. I'm not talking about you, Max. I'm not talking about you. I'm saying
Austin,
in general.
I don't silence opinions here. Listen,
I'm just saying
it's
getting to be too much.
The difference is the Fandom Menace, the majority of the people that are the top channels set a narrative and they all follow exactly. So it's not exactly comparable to Fandom Menace. There are two sides within the Snyder Cut fandom for sure.
Just like in Star Wars. Just like in Star Wars.
Well, just like in any fandom.
I understand.
It's not. I'm not excusing it. I'm saying This is a reality of internet and the Twitter, and also of consumers being ignored. And this is what I say to everyone. Don't underestimate the people that are upset, and don't overestimate the people who are upset either. Because you should never do that and don't go full G4 TV either. Say, you know what, you don't like it, you don't watch it. Don't do that to consumers.
I understand that people can have valid criticisms and have issues with what's coming out. I understand
Thank you, Chicago.
I understand that the fandom is very large and encompassing, but there is this element, and it's growing, and let me clarify this. The people who have large platforms are supporting it and standing by it and actively encouraging it.
Who?
Do you want me to drop names?
Fine. I don't say
Fatal J and Sil.
Fatal J, I don't collaborate with.
And Sil.
I've seen Sil supporting the boycott. Supporting the boycott, yeah. Absolutely. I've seen that tweets too. What do you want to say about that? That's his right. As long as he's not toxic about it.
Again, that's fine.
So no. Here's the nuance you get here only on MME. What is he doing that's toxic about it besides supporting the boycott, which is perfectly fine? Listen, I think that being a child is like saying, please, sir, can I want some more?
Do you want example toxicity real quick?
Peacemaker is all over the place. It's a mixed bag for me. It's not bad. It's not good. I'm not saying it's trash.
You can feel how you feel about it.
Yeah.
But real quick. You want an example toxicity? Austin brought up a tweet. He brought up Sil's tweet. He engaged with that. You know what Sil did? He retweeted somebody's tweet where they called him a WB bootlicker. Austin is not a WB bootlicker. And when you retweet stuff, that is a sign of agreement and that you support and stand by that statement. Okay? And he's done this before. And I can bring the receipts if I need to in regards to something else he's retweeted about another person. That is enabling and supporting toxicity on your social media platform. Fatal J retweeting images of the WB execs being murdered by the Grim Reaper, or retweeting stuff called Peacemaker, PEDO maker. That is disgusting. Okay, that is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, attack the content. Don't go personal. That's what I always say. Don't go personal. Now, the bootlicker thing, that's like a shill type of argument. I don't like that. But what do you want me to do? I'm not going to not collaborate with Sil.
It's not about you. It's not about what you, Max. I need
to have a platform where I could talk to both sides, and I'm going to continue.
Right, I support that.
And Austin,
I'm only issuing my opinion on this. That's
right. Austin, please come forward on MME live later tonight at 10 p.m. so we could get your story. I still like Sil. I don't necessarily agree with everything he does. I don't think it was like the worst thing. I don't think it's cancel worthy of Sil. It's not a cool moment to say you're a bootlicker or shill towards WB. I don't like that either. Whatever. I can only thing I could do is engage with people on a positive level. I could say I don't like that retweet, but he is still my friend. What do I do?
And listen, Max.
What do I do?
I'm not telling you who to support. I'm not telling you what to do.
I mean, it gets to a point where I'll keep having to move this line, and then I also don't want to attack viewers, and
And that's this is on me. I'm the one bringing it up. It's on me.
No. This is how the internet has to be. For me, in my opinion, you have to take things on a case-by-case basis and what you can control. You cannot control the internet. And that doesn't excuse toxic behavior either. And not everyone I like does things I like. And that's where it's got to be. A lot of people do things that I don't like. A lot of my friends. But I'm still going to talk to you.
But again, hold on though. But again, if you're all about promoting positivity and promoting, we're all positive here, but you fester that in your community.
Where am I festering it? Where am I?
I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you, Max. Max, if I had an issue.
Well, here's what I would say. I think Sil is good inside, and if you direct the, instead of going on which is your right to go bring this up on a live stream, and I said you could, I'd say DM him and say that's not really cool to call Austin a bootlicker, and don't match his aggression, because he's also, it doesn't excuse bad behavior, but he's also a fan of one of his favorite things ever is hurt, and WB and a lot of people mock people's favorite things. That doesn't excuse it, but I would say message him and say, this was really not cool, Sil. This is really not cool, and see what he says. You know? Also, I have to give to you the ones that are criticizing my friends like Sil the most have made many mistakes on the YouTube, and I'm not bringing up any one of my friends' past history on YouTube. Let people make mistakes and see where they land in the future. That doesn't excuse the mistakes. I'm saying people make mistakes. Message him. You have every right to bring it up on a stream. Austin, RJ, I think you should message him and say, that wasn't cool, man. That doesn't, I'm a DC fan. I'm a Snyder fan. That wasn't cool to call me a bootlicker.
Well,
that's what I would add. That's what I would ask.
I want to clarify, though. This is what he's doing on his social media, retweeting other people. And again, he is signal boosting and basically agreeing with these people that he's retweeting.
That's fine, RJ. I saw your private
by
chat.
These statements, yes.
I saw your private chat. That's fine. I don't censor opinions here.
Well, it is the Mad Show. It is the Mad Show.
No, I mean, it was supposed to be mad, but lots of people were big mad today. Real bad.
Well, like I said,
listen, I don't want to
cancel.
Listen, I don't like James Gunn's tweets in the past, and I've come around and I said I don't want to cancel the man, but but
that's what they're doing. They're trying to cancel.
No. He has a spotty history. No, but
there is a
big problem in all of movie talk community with this accusing people of being in a secret cult because of what's the guy that died in jail. There's a lot of accusations.
Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, Jeffrey Epstein. So there's a lot of people that are accusing Hollywood, and his history is not great, but he's not been proven guilty. But I'm just saying it's not just a DC thing. It's a general consumer reaction to Hollywood. And he's got a tainted history, even though he's not been convicted of anything. And I don't think he did anything wrong, but he did some questionable stuff. So is it fair that he gets that and no, it's not fair. Again, I don't like that either.
I just want to say this too. We exist in a bubble, Max.
Mm-hmm.
I think we all kind of agree on that. We exist in what I would call a YouTube bubble. From the outside looking in, I had a conversation with people who I would consider are not part of the Snyder bubble, and they're part of the general audience. They think we're crazy, okay? They think that we have literally gone insane, and they are literally like looking at us saying, what the hell are we doing? And you know what? Maybe they got a point at this point, because I don't recognize this DC fandom anymore. I don't recognize what this has turned into at this point, and I'm very concerned.
No, Saggy, I don't co-sign that at all. I don't like that. I'm not giving excuses. I'm saying there's a general issue within all of movie talk of calling people in the industry certain things, even like with Tom Hanks making all these accusations. You better be sure if you're going to bring up that kind of stuff. Absolutely.
Again, I just have an issue when people who have large platforms are signal boosting disgusting crap like that, or signal boosting people making accusations about other people.
I don't like that. I don't like that. No.
That's the problem. You cannot say that you support or you're trying to create a positive environment on your streams and then do something like that on your social media.
Okay. I say everyone that has an issue with him should message him. And I think he should get the message. Yeah. If I talk to him again, I don't know if I would talk to him on stream about it. Maybe, potentially. But if I talk to him, I'm sure I'll talk to Sil again. I'll say, you know what? That's not really a good look. It's not. It's not good look. It's not where we need to be. I respect everyone's right to vote with their dollar.
And listen, I'm not saying I stand by Jarbo doing what he did or anything like that. What I'm saying though is Jarbo has his opinions, and that's kind of what started, right? But it's how you respond that is a problem. Okay. When you take it too far and you make it personal, that's when it gets a certain way. Okay.
Mike West, I'm glad you like it. I am glad people like this show. I am saying I don't feel, just like the Suicide Squad, I don't feel this is going to move the needle. It's gonna be, in my opinion, I think it's going to be good for the people that like it. I don't think there's a lot of rewatchability there. I think there's some humor that's really hilarious. I really like Eagly. Some of the characters, it just seems it's not. it's just a mixed bag. And I've realized, even though I support James Gunn's projects, I've realized that I only like half of his projects. Sometimes it feels like it hits the mark. Sometimes it's a mixed bag. It's not a dumpster fire, though.
Well, I want to clarify
that's what you'll get from me.
Right now, opinions on Peacemaker are somewhat irrelevant. And what I mean by that is saying, if you like the show, great. If you don't like the show, great. If you don't want to watch the show, that's fine. But the way some people are acting, Max, they're acting like impetulant children who are throwing a fit because mommy didn't get them the toy they wanted at Toys R Us.
Well, no. So a child is going to say, please, mom, can I have some more DCWB, even though it's mixed bag and it's not what I want, and the quality is sliding, and you ignore what I'm asking for, and you just do it, or like a beggar. I'm not a fucking beggar. I'm not a bitch, and I'm not a child.
But Max, it's not about you, though. It's not. I'm not saying that's about you.
No, I'm just saying. So people say entitled. A consumer is entitled to a quality product, and a consumer is not entitled to have all their expectations met. And to me, we're still getting an inferior product.
By the way,
Batgirl.
That's not the real. That's not the real Sill. It's a fake. That is a fake Sill.
Now, Batgirl, the stuff I'm seeing from Batgirl is actually exciting me. Now, the Peacemaker, the trailers were hot. I love the trailers. I was laughing my ass off. The actual first three episodes, I didn't even finish the third episode yet. It's just all over the place for me. And it's not something I can enjoy with my family either. And that might not be what the Suicide Squad should be either, to be real. But the first Suicide Squad was. Me and my wife liked it. We didn't think it was great, but it's something I could enjoy with my whole family. And
that's great. I'm glad. You know,
she left the room. She's like, finish it on your own.
And listen, and that's fine. If nobody has to like the show, that's fine. That is fine. What we're talking about though is people. Max, you know what I saw today? Do you know what I saw today? And you know what? Do you know what actually really upset me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, James Gunn tweeted out that for the fight choreographer, he talked to Zack Snyder.
Yeah,
Zack Snyder recommended him a fight choreographer. And you know what? Do you know how people responded? They said he is lying, or he's using this and tweeting this so that way the Snyder fandom can support this show. That is insane. Tinfoil hat. BS.
No,
and
people need to
people
realize
by that. I don't
James
get that.
Gunn and Zack Snyder are friends, and do not attack James Gunn based off Zack Snyder. That's ridiculous. Zack Snyder has not promoted that type of behavior at all, and he's admitted they're friends. I do say one thing, and this is a spoiler, just because it did get me big mad about the what's the character's name that Peacemaker in the movie handled? Rick Flag. His comments on that. Not to get to the spoilers, I was like, "Oh, this is," and it was done to play as a laugh. Like, "Oh, I didn't need to do that." I was like, "Oh, really? That's bullshit." And I know the whole thing is they're supposed to be expendable. It's the Suicide Squad, but the one attachment we have to the first group, besides Harley Quinn, because Harley Quinn's in everything, and for that to be the follow-up, because my expectations. There should have been a goddamn reason to take that character out, not just for another effing joke. And that's, James Gunn will always go for the joke first. If you understand that, maybe you can enjoy that. But it's just about jokes, and it's not about anything worth anything. Yes, the Suicide Squad's expendable. Rick Flag
is Nova Joe. Clear what smoke. What? Again, y'all are basically you're proposing. You're basically composing a conspiracy theory. Do you understand how insane you sound outside of the bubble? Outside of the bubble, you guys sound insane. I hate using this word, Max, and if you don't like me using this word, I do apologize.
No, I have differences of opinion on here.
It's becoming a cult. It's becoming a cult. It really is. It really is.
Right. Definitely don't watch Michael S. Is this the real Sil?
No, that's the fake one. It's a fake one.
Okay. All right. Michael S. The Suicide Squad and Peace. Well, he might not be verified yet. I don't know.
No, I checked because I can check on YouTube and I can see the videos in the channel. It's not him.
Well, the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker are the first thing since Mando and Before the Dark Knight that you can tell effort was put into it, so it's good. I don't know. I mean, I'm still going to give it a chance. I'm still going to watch it. I'm not canceling HBO Max. There was something else that just came on HBO Max. The last
Hey, guess what? I'm 22 and I probably have more emotional maturity than most of you guys put together. Thanks.
Well, now you're talking down to them.
I don't care. They're talking down to me in the first place. You
Oh,
strike first,
okay.
I'll strike back. I don't care.
I
don't
know,
care.
but I mean, I'm not. Again, I don't excuse bad behavior, but realize what you're doing. You're being condescending, talking down to a whole fandom when it's people within the fandom that are causing the problems, and I definitely agree with that. All right, let's see. Catch up with the chat. Yeah, I'm excited for Batgirl. I like Leslie Grace. Listen, yes, and I do. I understand fans ruin fandom, but there's still good within fandom for sure too. There's still a lot of positive if you look for it. If you're looking for bad shit, you're gonna find bad shit on the internet. Exactly. Max, I'm not. RJ, help me out with Mike West. Am I saying it's a dumpster fire? No.
No, you said it was a mixed bag. You said there's some
it's a mixed bag. There's some really funny stuff. There's some really funny stuff, but I feel like it's just like a downgrade. It is like the trailer park of characters. And that's part of this. That might be funny for some people, but I'm just like, it's not. Maybe I'll like it towards the end of the season. I do like Eagly. I love this. I love when they're taking a ride in his car and he puts his head out the window. I love that stuff. Hey, Saggy.
Look at her name. Why am I here?
Hold on. You're here because I don't censor difference of opinions.
What difference of opinion do I have?
About what's going on with the fandom. I do know there's a bad element, there's a toxic element. And I don't
toxic elements in a fandom? Yes. What?
Exactly. It's not. You're exactly saying.
No, you're lying. Stop.
No, I do support people's right to boycott and boycott.
Toxic in the DC fandom. How dare you?
Yeah. I don't like trying to cancel James Gunn, but can we understand that it's not isolated to DC fans about people calling people in the industry certain things.
All fandoms are toxic, but what this is, it's reaching a fever pitch. It's unusual.
I'm so tired. I'm so tired of people throwing that word out. Number one, that word is not an insult.
Exactly.
It's an accusation, first and foremost.
This is an internet problem. This is an internet problem too, though. I'm not excusing it.
It's literally an accusation you guys are just throwing out.
Yeah.
See, this is why I don't come in the chat. You're right, JR. You're right. I'm triggered. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are exactly reminding me very quickly why I don't like coming on these channels. So thank you.
Please. All right. There we go. That's not what I want. That's not what I want.
But again, that's what I'm talking about, though, where it's like,
well,
it's not your fault, Max. It's not your fault.
But that was his opinion. Was he being toxic? He gave a difference of opinion in the chat.
That's not a difference of opinion, though. This is pretty much an insult. That's an insult. That is an insult. Sorry. Listen, it just is. And again,
I want Saggy to feel welcome, and I don't want to talk a lot about her before she's gone.
Yes.
But if we talk about different topics with really difference of opinion, I don't want to go to the part where I'm starting censoring a lot of the chat. And
I understand that's what you want to do, Max, but just realize that can create some issues because again,
yeah, and I don't want to get. I don't want to go full.
There are people in this chat who've been going at me too, and I can handle it differently. But given what Saggy's gone through, I understand she doesn't want to put up with it. I understand completely,
and I support her leaving the show. And I don't want to talk about her a lot, but I also don't want to go full G4 TV either, where people are in the chat and we start censoring people. I don't want to censor people, unless I absolutely have to. I will ask the chat, please be respectful of people that come on my show and the panel, even if it's an opinion that you don't agree with. Here is the CJH. Why do they continue the DCE universe with the same actors instead of rebooting it just like this? Well, because they want both ways. They want to do certain things, but they want to keep certain things that work. And that's why it's confusing for the consumer. Looking forward to the Batman and Joker too. Yes, me too. I'm really looking forward to the Joker. Here we go again. Listen.
Here we go again.
I
Same old
ask
shit,
if,
just a different day. Here we go
yes.
again.
All I ask, let me see. Michael S. I don't think Max gets anything Gunn has been doing for the DC, which is fine, but it's definitely not. Listen, I love Guardians of the Galaxy 1. I love Brightburn. I did not like Guardians of the Galaxy 2. The Suicide Squad, there were some cool things. I like Starro. I like some of the characters. I think some of those characters would have made the movie greater, but they were taken out as a joke because the Suicide Squad is expendable. And there's just a lot of missed opportunities there.
And I think this is an important nuance. Nobody's asking for people to be silenced. What we are asking for is just to show courtesy and respect. There's a difference. Differences of opinions are allowed. Just don't insult people or talk down to people when they're coming on the panel. Okay? And again, I said what I said because I was provoked. Okay? So if you thought I was talking down to you, then fine. But again, you poke at me, I will poke back. That's how it works.
Okay, Zeno. Well, I'm not big mad. I'm just I'm disappointed. I'm not.
Disappointed
I don't like
in what though?
I don't like the intro.
Oh, you're talking about the show. You're talking about the show.
Yeah, the show. I don't see this moving forward. I don't see this creating new fans. I think this being good for the fans that like it. I particularly think even people that really like it are not going to rewatch this show. That's my opinion, but we'll see. Maybe it builds up to a great finale. And then I also don't like, what's the other character that I was looking forward to? Is this Vigilante? It's kind of a disappointment so far. Let me see. The Dark Lineal SZ. Do you think castrating the next phase? I don't know what that means. Like the next phase of DC?
I guess.
I think they should give the new Flashpoint timeline a solid go. See if it becomes successful. And then if it doesn't, then you have other things to go back to. And I think that's part of the thing. It doesn't really erase anything. It just says, let's give this a shot. See if this works. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with a new Justice League. I do realize that Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck are going to expect a high salary to come back. Yeah.
Well, what do you think about this question?
Cheeks need clapping. I don't know. Hey, if that's his girlfriend in that show, she's one of the. I like her character. Woo. She could clap him. I don't know. So Hans, you can come on later tonight. I don't look for the bad, but I see it everywhere because it's everywhere right now, Max. No, I mean, I disagree with you there.
Here's the thing. It's very hard to find the good when everywhere you're turning, you're seeing dumb shit. I'm sorry.
No, listen, I want to
I'm somebody who tries to be positive. I truly, truly do.
No. Listen. Okay, Navajo, Zach and Guns are friend, yes, but did he mention Zach and saves him from fight scenes being compared? Oh, wait, same crew, so it's good.
That's a dumb argument, but okay. I think that's absolutely ridiculous to say.
Well, Zach recommended a fight choreographer to James Gunn. And some of the fight scenes are legit. That's one of the things I liked. Some of the fight scenes were legit. And then, some of it always comes down to him being in his underwear. All right. Okay. Broden. You could come on if you want. I don't know. This is supposed to be this is supposed to be just me show.
That hasn't happened yet. Sorry, I had to come on and pop off. I legit was mad.
No, you're fine. Yeah, well, it's the Mad Show. This is where to release it. I know you don't like me saying this, Max, but Snyder Phantom is exactly like the COVID freaks. Uh-oh. Don't get political, please. They can't let go of something that's gone. We're not medical experts here, Michael, and I don't want to get into that conversation. I love the Snyder Cut, but it's not going to finish. We'll have to wait and see. I don't know. We'll have to see if the new timeline is successful. RJ, have I said to you before, if the Flash movie is extremely successful, it gets good box office, Hamada might not go, and they might just consider focusing on this new timeline. That's it. And then it'll be less and less likely for the Snyder Cut. It all depends on what happens. I really think.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on a second.
Here we go again.
Oh, God, hold on. All right, hold on a second. Behind the scenes, Belle Reeve. I'd like you to come on the show later tonight if you'd like, if you're available. Let me get.
We need Belle. We need Belle on more shows. I agree.
Right. She is a Snyder fan. I like what she's doing. I like the voice she lends. Hold on a second.
This is true. This is what I've been trying to say, Degrassi. The general movie-going public doesn't give a crap about any of this, man.
That's
any
true.
of this, dude.
That's true. And I don't think this is going to move the needle to the general public either. Like, I know I'm not going to watch this with my family, and I'm not going to watch it with my wife. I'm basically watching it alone, for better or for worse. Regardless of what you think of my opinion, I can't find her comment in the chat to do that. All right. Okay. Well, hold on. Let me get back. Let me get back to the discussion here. Okay, so here we go again. Now, this is ultimately, I don't excuse bad behavior.
Oh, there you go. She's there in the chat right now.
Okay, hold on. Where?
Just now.
Okay. All right. I'm accommodating a request. That's all. Ultimately, this type of situation does boil down to the studio that they created this chaos. It doesn't excuse it. It does not excuse it. But this not knowing what they're going to do for so long. Galaxy, I'm going to do a separate video on this. This is not Lucasfilm. Lucasfilm had $3 billion movies right in a row, and then they haven't made a Star Wars movie since. So people even need to understand even what could happen if they boycott. If they do boycott and they actually stick to their word and they succeed, you just might not see DC films for a while after this current batch, except Batman. I'm serious. You don't even understand what could happen. What these big companies do is if there's a big headache and their profits are sliding, what they'll usually do is just put it on ice for a while. Focus on something that's making money and bring it back. We might not get shit if people don't pay for it. I'm just letting you know.
Oh my God. Hold on.
What?
Callie is now in the YouTube chat.
Hey, everyone. Yeah, that's better. Keep it there, Callie, instead of in my ear when I'm trying to... James M.
That is the best troll account ever.
Listen, I'm happy you like it. Phenomenon.
Okay,
great.
Let me ask this. W. Mir, how is the boycott working? How is it working? There's literally nothing happening right now.
Well, we'll also have to. I don't want to discuss fake numbers on Peacemaker, but I want to see how it's doing.
No, 187. No, we don't want that either.
Well, listen. This is not. I'm going to do a separate topic on this. This is not Lucasfilm. They have failed. This is the second merger. That has to be taken into account. And they are not just failing DC. They are failing The Matrix.
But again,
they are failing Harry Potter.
I'm asking you, how is it working?
I don't know.
Explain to me, how is the boycott working?
We don't know yet.
How is it working?
I'll be Mir. We don't know yet.
Not really. No, the Suicide Squad was not an example of the boycott work. That opened during a pandemic, during the height of the Delta variant. Also, it was a day and day movie. It was a day and day movie.
Don't make excuses to a point, RJ.
That's not an excuse.
I'm saying there's nuance there, because if it was better, it would have made a little bit.
Could it have done better? Absolutely.
Yes.
But again, the peak of HBO Max day and day movies was like what, 80, 90 million, whatever Dune made. for example, it was a day-and-date movie that opened during the summer, during the peak of the Delta variant. Very different circumstances. That's the nuance that's being missed here. Should it have done better? Yeah.
The nuance is it should have reached a broader audience, and it didn't. It was not. Look. The first Suicide Squad reached a broader audience than this one, and it's more. It doesn't reach the audience that Guardians of the Galaxy does either. Guardians of the Galaxy has a wider appeal. Maybe people might say it's the subject matter, Suicide Squad versus Guardians. There is a difference there. But it's not reaching a wide market. It's not moving the needle whatsoever. I do not think this is as bad as Wonder Woman 84. And I think it's on par with Suicide Squad.
That's not true. That's not true. There are some serious DC fans who are watching the show and have been engaged with that.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I know it's a hard pill to swallow, but don't question the integrity of DC fans who are liking that.
I support people voting with their wallet.
Thank you, Little Movie Purple. That's a great point too. It's an R-rated movie that came after the generally bad reception of the first movie.
Yeah,
exactly.
So Deadpool did better. That was not in a pandemic. Even Deadpool 2 has a better reception than the Suicide Squad.
What do you mean? No, this comment doesn't make sense either. Shazam was a success. It's getting a sequel. Birds of Prey, yeah, they didn't do fantastic. It was still somewhat profitable. Wonder Woman 84, day-and-date movie that didn't do very well. That movie sucked. I agree, but no.
Yeah, that's true, Callie. Damn it! What the hell, Callie? No, that does have an impact, and that should be considered. They had day-and-date releases, but if they were better, they would have got better box office. Godzilla vs. Kong did better, and even Mortal Kombat did better box office. And that shouldn't be the case. I'm sorry. I think the Suicide Squad should have done better box office, in my opinion. Not than Godzilla vs. Kong, but definitely over a low budget. Because of the budget consideration, over Mortal Kombat versus the Suicide Squad, it should have done better than Suicide. It should have done, the Suicide Squad should have done better than Mortal Kombat, in my opinion. Is that fair, RJ?
What did you say?
It had similar circumstances with Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat's a lower budget film with less star power. It should have done better. That is a fair comparison to say it should have done better based on the budget and the star power in the same the same scenario, day and date during a pandemic.
I can see that. I can see that logic.
Mm-hmm. And listen, if it's really good and it's not just average, people will pay more to see it. I'm sorry, like a really good movie, even in the pandemic, it's just the average movies aren't making bank. You cannot release an average movie, and I'm not saying dumpster fire. I'm not saying it's great. I'm not saying it's dumpster fire.
A lot of great movies didn't make that much money though last year. Though.
Well, they're in the general perception. Some of these movies are average. They're just like they're not moving the needle. The Batman.
But again, what is the general audience perception though? I feel like we're not understanding that either.
It's not.
I think we're making assumptions of what the general audience thinks of some of this stuff.
Yeah, it's mixed reception too. It's not overly positive, not overly negative. It's
and again, hey, remember when people said they were going to boycott Aquaman and that made $1 billion?
Oh, I'm not boycotting Aquaman. Jason Momoa, forget about it.
Hold on though, Max. If that's in a rebooted timeline, though, are you really going to not put your money where your mouth is, though? If you're not liking the current direction they're going in?
Wait, what are you asking again?
I'm saying because you said you're not going to boycott Aquaman 2, but if these rumors are true, wouldn't you put your money where your mouth is? Because again, I'm not officially boycotting. I'm waiting to see and going to the things I know I want to see. I know I want to see Black Adam. I know I want to see the Batman, and I know I want to see Aquaman 2. I'm not sure I want to see the Flash yet. I'm not. Okay. You have a large super chat, by the way.
Oh, W Mir, thank you, W Mir. Studio Squad 2016 made $700 million without China, remained top 10 on Netflix UK. So now let's play revisionist history because Gunn's reboot failed at the box office due to its predecessor.
It made a lot. Yes, it made a lot of money.
Thank you, W Mir.
The general audience reception wasn't great with that movie, though.
Again, and it wasn't great with this one either.
It's better than the last one.
That's your perspective. That's
It's not my
necessarily
perspective.
that's
Like,
not necessarily a
we
fact.
we have verifiable audience ratings, Max.
That's not necessarily a fact, though. People liked the first Suicide Squad when it came out. They loved seeing Margot Robbie and Will Smith together.
No, dude, the reception of the movie was terrible at the time.
Okay. Let me see what William Powell says. The Suicide Squad didn't do well because there wasn't much interest in the premise. COVID was just an excuse that people like to hide behind. It's not. It is a factor, William. It is a factor.
I don't think the marketing was a factor too. I don't think the marketing for that movie was very well done at all. Personally.
Oh, Belle Reeve, she ain't boycotting nada. Okay.
Finally, thank you, Belle. Thank you.
All right. COVID
and
on it.
this listen, W Mir, thank you, Max. I'm sure you appreciate the super chat. This is flat out wrong, though.
Oh, wait. Let me read it. Let me read
I know,
it.
you can read it. I'm just saying.
Thank you, W Mir 499. I appreciate the support. Aquaman made $1 billion because Momoa was heavily promoting the Snyder Cut, so the argument fails.
That's BS. That is such BS. It did not make $1 billion because he supported the Snyder Cut.
Wait. Here's. I'm not doing spin, RJ, but here's something to consider. Jason Momoa is widely accepted by both sides of the argument, okay? And this project didn't necessarily try to ignore the Snyderverse or DCEU, where like other projects did. Like Birds of Prey tried to like not even deal with the Ayer cut or Joker.
Max,
so it tried to do a pivot.
One reference.
So
there was one Steppenwolf name drop. That's it.
You have to consider that, RJ. It did not try to pivot away like other projects did, like Wonder Woman 84 and Birds of Prey. They consciously tried to move it in a different direction. Consciously, whereas Aquaman was just Aquaman. We're talking
about the story. We're talking about the story potential. This super chat.
No,
saying
so that is
this super
factor.
chat is saying that because he promoted the Snyder Cut, it was successful. Okay, that is not true. The movie was more successful with foreign audiences. The foreign audiences will propel the movie to a box office success, not the domestic market.
I appreciate the support in your comment, and it's an intriguing comment, but I don't necessarily agree with you there. I do think that him being positive and being liked on both sides of the argument, if you want the Snyderverse to continue or not, Aquaman is safe, and the Aquaman did not fight against previous content like Wonder Woman 84 and Birds of Prey did. They kind of tried to distance themselves from it, ignore certain story points, ignore certain characters, and so did the Suicide Squad. Aquaman was just Aquaman, and I think that is why it was so successful. It just did what it was going to do without. I don't
think playing both sides is going to move the needle as much as this comment seems to perceive at all. I don't think it would move the needle that significantly to where, oh my God, he's playing both sides. He supports the Snyder Cut. It's going to make $1 billion. That's ridiculous.
Zeno says, I can't boycott. I love everything DC is doing, but I'm not going to call people crazy for doing it.
And that's fair. That's fair. That's a fair comment.
Degrassi, I'm just not going to be an opening weekender like I've done my whole life. I support things opening weekend, and I'm not going to do that for when my consumer confidence is not there. My consumer confidence is still not there. Yeah, I don't think it was great. I think the first half is great. Okay. Let me see. Can't argue with that. RPK. I will research that later. We're almost at an hour now, and I'll research it later. I'll have to. I do know.
He did the work for you.
Okay.
Original Suicide Squad had 59% audience score. Rotten Tomatoes. The sequel had 82%. And that's verified, by the way. Rotten Tomatoes is now a verified audience score. The IMDb score for the original was 5.9. The sequel score was
that is something to consider. Then you might call bullshit on this for me, RJ. But the first score was not verified. The second is.
Oh, come on, Max.
No. I'm just saying that's something to consider. You might call me bullshit for saying that.
That's spin, though. That's a spin.
It could be. I'm saying it's something to consider. That does make you feel that that's only verified ticket buyers too that actually saw it, whereas the other one was just anyone could rate it.
Can you read this? Can you read this? Because I need to say something.
W Mir 499. RJ underestimates Fiona's friends in China.
First
Whoa,
off,
is she?
First off,
Fiona.
do not invoke Fiona's name to make an argument. Okay, I see a lot of people in the movement do that. Do not do that. Do not invoke Fiona's name to try and make a point.
What do you mean?
Fiona was one of the key people behind the start of the movement.
Yes.
Obviously, I respect her for what she did, obviously. And she, I wish she was more involved currently. I wish we heard more from her. I wish we did. But again, don't invoke her name or act like I am underestimating her power or her influence. That is not the case at all. Don't invoke her name to try and make your argument. I hate when Snyder Cut people do this.
I like Fiona, but I don't know if she's got like a network of people in China that's going to make it. I don't know.
That's ridiculous. Yeah, there's no network. Okay.
Well, thank you for the support, though.
And that's
I don't know.
I don't know Fiona at all. That's my point. People invoke her name to try and again make these arguments. That's my point. People are I know of her. I never knew her personally, but I know of her and her impact. I know what she's done. Okay, I'm just saying people invoking her name to try and do this gotcha thing. I never understand.
Well, can we get Nicotina on here? Nicotina, are you at work or something, brother? I haven't spoke with Nicotina in forever. Let me see.
I thought you want to end the show soon, Max.
I don't know. Well, I kind of want to talk to Nicotina now. Damn it! You want to come on the show? You want to come on the show? Where's Nicotina at? It's been a while since I want to get Nicotina's. Is he available? Let's see if he's available. All right. Chicago, trying to revise 3-year-old history here. The goalpost moving is sending across the ocean.
Yeah, what about Callie, Max? What about Callie?
Can you feed? I did, damn it. You're the one that steals tacos off the countertop.
She steals tacos?
Yeah, my wife was making tacos and she turned the other way and she took a whole taco off a plate.
Senior nerd, I've heard that story. I
don't know.
I don't believe that's true. I don't think that's true. She did not hate the Snyder Cut and then took off from social media. I don't believe that's true at all. Just saying.
I do not. I know Fiona. I don't follow Fiona. I respect that she started things. She has the website. I have no idea. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Wait. What?
Nothing. I just
Max,
slapped at something I saw.
They don't care about your money. They have 20 other people they can take money from. If that's true, that's the way capitalism works. Boycott, too. If I'm not buying it and you buy 3 tickets for me, go right ahead. Go right ahead. What? What's my problem? What?
My dog stole my pizza.
My dog stole my pizza. Oh, here we go.
Hello.
Nicotina. Fiona?
This is Fiona.
Don't get me canceled. Don't get me canceled.
Oh my god,
Nicotina.
That's a young American man.
No. Andre, bad move, bro. Bad move to do that type of impersonation on the internet. Release the air.
What's up?
Listen, Nicotina, I'm actually very happy to talk to you. This is called The Mad Show. People big mad on the internet today. It's actually doing pretty good. People get really mad. I don't want things to be bad. I'm disappointed in the Peacemaker so far. And I was looking forward to it. And I didn't like the Suicide Squad.
I wasn't a huge fan of Suicide Squad. I thought it was kind of stupid. But Peacemaker, by the 3rd episode, I thought it was actually a pretty good show. I was into it by the 3rd episode. But the 3rd episode had enough of a payoff because the first episode I thought was kind of dumb. Second one was all right, and the third one it got me interested to the point where I want to see more of it.
Mm-hmm. Well, what's your thoughts on boycotting and stuff? Is it childish to boycott?
It's up to you if you want to boycott. I'm not going to boycott. That's just not who I am. But it's your money. Right. You can spend it however you damn well please. But insinuating others to boycott, I mean, you can always speak your piece on that. But I wouldn't. As long as you're not toxic about it. As long as you're not. Well, I don't think you should be swaying people's decisions to do what you want them to do. I think it's up to whatever. You know, you can make your own decisions. Whatever you want to do, that's what you should do. It's your money. You spend however you want to. If you want to see a movie when it comes out, then go see a movie. I mean, remember, we're talking about movies here.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean, I think if the consumer confidence is not there, and you really think that the product is inferior, they're not giving the time and care to something that you've invested a lot of money in. Lots of us DC fans have invested years of money and energy and emotions into this universe. And if you don't feel that's being respected, I respect people's right to boycott as long as they're not toxic about it and actually encouraging others to do it. Because the main problem is people, it's all smoke. They're blowing smoke. I'm going to do it, and they watch it anyway or pay their ticket.
They watch it anyway. That's the thing, is that I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm going to boycott the movie, because when it comes out, I'm going to go see it because I want to see what happens in the movie. So I'd be a hypocrite if I said, "Oh, boycott," and I just go see it opening day. So that's why I'm not going to do that, because that's not cool to tell someone to do something that you're not even going to do yourself.
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe since you're here, Nicotina, RJ was really upset about seeing a lot of this. This is what I say, Nicotina. Tell me if you think you have your own opinion, but I say if you look for the bad in the Snyder Cut fandom, you're going to find it. But there's definitely good. There's good.
No, of course there's good. I've always said there's good. I've never had the position.
But RJ, you look for the bad. You look for the bad. And that's the thing.
No, I really don't. I honestly don't. I honestly don't. No.
You like to poke the bear. You like to pull a little Matt Jarbo in you, and you like to poke the bear with some of these guys, and they get mad.
Poke the bear in what way?
Because like if somebody makes a dumb comment or a comment in general, you'll be like, "Yeah, you look like a clown," or "Yeah, you look like this," or you're insinuating someone to get mad and want to retaliate. You know, it's
if I have a platform, I have a responsibility to use that platform to promote a positive environment and to call out things as I see it.
Mocking people's fandom isn't exactly positive, though.
That's not positive.
I mean, that's subjective, RJ. But like saying, "Oh, your guy," I mean, you have this like Marvel's your favorite thing ever, right, RJ?
That, yeah.
Well, this is there's people's. I do not justify the reaction of bad behavior, but you have to understand you're telling people on the internet that they're clown, they need to move on. I mean, we've got to discuss this before. You have to understand each person's part in the cycle of toxicity. I'm not calling you toxic, RJ. I'm just saying everyone plays a part. In looking for the bad parts, they're there. Just like
I just don't agree with the notion I'm looking for the bad. I'm looking what's being presented on social media.
That's the perception of you.
And that's fine. And
I'm not saying it's. I'm not saying it's accurate. I'm not saying it's accurate. Okay, I'm not saying it's accurate. I say sometimes you do. I feel that way. I have no problem calling out the bad behavior either. It's just got to a point where I know they exist and calling them out consistently on my platform. It's just gonna. There's some people who are just not gonna like certain people. Nicotina knows this. Like if we keep talking about the people don't like some people. Yeah, but some people don't like other people, and constantly bringing it up is just going to make it worse, to me, in my opinion.
Like even if you call them out, it's like take the line from being.
No, I'm not censoring.
You pull one out and know what goes in its place.
RJ, I say to keep doing what you want to do. Do what you want to do. I respect you for doing what you want and what you feel is right. Keep doing your thing. I'm not censoring you. I'm not saying you shouldn't. No. I'm just saying there's definitely good still there, and it's not like the fandom menace to me, in my opinion, because the fandom menace is a lot of big social media personalities all doing the exact same thing. Here, there's a difference, and the leader, the boss, Zack Snyder, says us united. He did recognize there's problems there. He said, I don't want to be associated with certain people's here, and that was hard for him to do. And I do believe that was him. I don't think anyone was pushing him to do that. I believe that was him. And I can only take people on their own actions, words, and people act like Zack Snyder posting his art on Vero is him being like
I have no issue with Zack does.
Okay, people are doing that. They're treating him. They're treating him like a villain. Yeah.
Real quick. What I'm trying to say is that when you have people who have large platforms and they use those platforms irresponsibly, right? I have an issue with that. And the other thing is too, I'm the type of person to, if I see something that I feel is wrong, I call it out because I don't want to stay silent on something that I think is a growing issue in something that I love in a community I love. That has always been my position on that.
I don't think you're. In my one criticism. Go ahead.
guys who are promoting the fact that we should boycott WB. I don't see you calling them out.
I absolutely have. Have you seen my Twitter today?
Like I'm not gonna say his name, but there was a guy today who had a comment that Austin talked about, and he, in my opinion, he was basically promoting that we should be boycotting WB.
Yeah, and I called him out on that.
Good. I mean,
I don't have any problem people saying calling out boycotting. Or boycotting. I don't have any problem with it as long as you're not toxic about it. I'm not gonna personally promote it unless
I'll say his name. I absolutely called out Sil on that, and I called out Fatal J on his couple of tweets too, because I thought they were absolutely ridiculous. Both of them. I have no issue saying names here. It is the Mad Show.
No. I'm not censoring. It is the Mad Show. Big mad on the internet on both sides of this. I want to be able to talk to everyone.
Like the whole argument that people have, this fan base, they don't care about Ben Affleck's mental health. But Ben Affleck is a grown ass adult. If he does not want to do a role, he will not do a role. Nobody is going to tie him up and force him into the suit to go do a role. So I think that argument is so petty. That argument is so petty when people say, "Oh, you guys, you don't care about his mental health." Like, what are you talking about? It'd be one thing if I'm going.
Well, I heard certain person that say you would rather him slit his wrist just so you could see Batman. I'm like, come on.
Yeah, that's a hyperbolic comment that I don't stand by.
That is ridiculous, and that is.
Who said that?
No, you could guess.
That's extreme, and that's looking for drama, and that's looking for that's just looking for attention in comments like that.
No, that type of comment is perpetuating the cycle of toxicity and acting like Snyder fans are unreasonable. Of course, people want only bet a lot of the fans. I'm not saying everyone. A lot of the fans, if you're an actual fan, I'm not gatekeeping here. You do not want talent to go into an unhealthy situation for Zach or Ben. We want them to come back.
He's not going to go into situation that's unhealthy. So that's why, like, the narrative of you don't care about that, you'd rather have him do this, hurt himself, and no one's doing that.
That's crazy.
That's all fabricated narrative to help fuel people to get fired up and to clicks, views, super chats. That's all that's for, and it's the stupidest argument I've ever heard in my life.
Mm-hmm. I mean, this is the perception on the other side, RJ.
That's fine, and I've also the perception on the other side too is that to many people, the way things are going right now, people look absolutely insane right now and crazy.
Well,
I don't like using that word, but it is the word I've heard get thrown around a lot from the other side.
Nobody's perfect, and the thing is that like fans are going to be fans. They're going to be fans the way they want to be fans. I mean, that's up to you. I mean, if you want to spend your time trying to call people out, it's just going to lead to more and more conflict down the line. But that's your choice, and that's how you choose to lead your life, and hey, more power to you. But I just think that by doing that, you're insinuating more negativity than good.
Okay, I mean that's fair. I feel like I try to associate and I try to do the best I can. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
It has a higher percentage of insinuating an argument or negativity than it does positivity, and that's just my take on it. Take it for what it is. You have your reasons, but I think you have a higher chance of somebody firing back at you with negativity than saying, "Hey, man, I think you're right. I am going to drop it. I wish I would have read this a long time ago." No, probably not.
Okay. Well, Nicotina, if you pimp your show here and pimp yours, RJ, as well, I sent a link to Firewater just in case because I miss Firewater.
Whatever happened to Firewater? He's never on here anymore.
No, I'll get him back. We're friends still.
I'll get him back.
That's kind of the epitome of things, though. It is like that. This is fine. The house is burning down with the dog inside.
Well, I mean, but if you look at it now, like you look at the DCU, like the idea of having Robin alive and having an expanded DC lineup of characters. I mean, yeah, that I'm totally excited for, and I totally want to see that. It just sucks how we got here. That's all.
Yeah.
Well, I would just say though, real quick, the only thing I would say though is that I don't think a majority of fans would beg for Ben to come back, or they are begging for Ben to come back. I think it is important to recognize he's a grown man, but there are some people I would say on both sides a little bit, twisting his words a bit,
Yeah.
to where he says he's done, or he says he's done IP movies. He said he's finished this or this or that.
No,
Saying,
I
obviously it's negotiations for the press.
No,
or
no.
he's lying.
Well,
or this or
what
that.
have I?
Like,
What it be?
and Max, it's not about you.
I've
though.
been.
I just wanna be clear. I'm
No,
not
I
saying it's
know.
about you.
I've been consistent. I say it's more likely that he's done, but obviously at this time, regardless of what his plans are in the future, it makes sense to put a cap on it just in case. You don't know he doesn't know what's going to happen with the merger. For them to stop asking him to come to Batgirl, and spoiler warning that they wanted him to play a variant Bruce Wayne, not the Bruce Wayne he played before. Who would want to do that? He doesn't want to obviously come back to be Batman forever.
No, it doesn't have
you know, and the current climate of keeping these cameos secret in the future, what Sony is doing, the industry is taking notice to the Sony Marvel marketing campaign and box office and cameos. They are going to take that and potentially use that. You cannot dismiss it now either, because what does entertainment industry do? They adopt current trends and anything that brings in
Your
big
dog
bang.
is calling you out, by the way.
No, who's ignoring it? Am I ignoring it? Where I talked about it all this stream.
Well, go talk to
RJ.
Callie. Go talk to Callie. Go talk to her right now.
I don't ignore your toxicity either, Callie. Stop stealing my tacos. I had one less taco because of you the other day. So no, I'm not ignoring anything. I just Firewater's been on sabbatical. We have to get a fire stream called the Fire Stream for Firewater, just me and Firewater answering his questions. You know, there's certainly a healthy conversation about fandom, is considering everyone's part in, I honestly, my subjective opinion, saying your fandom is done, move on, and mocking it, ha 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 ha, is like the most juvenile thing you could do to someone that's really a fan of something. And that doesn't help things either. So, what? Dog jokes.
Yeah. Well, I gotta get going because I gotta get some stuff ready for dinner.
Well, thanks,
but,
RJ.
Max, thank you for having me
No.
on. It's been interesting conversation.
Keep doing your thing, RJ. I'm not censoring you, and this is why I think my channel is different. Like and subscribe for real difference of opinions. I am not censoring RJ here. I think he makes the conversation better, and
nobody should censor RJ or anybody.
No, I appreciate you pushing back, RJ. You made the conversation better.
No, I appreciate that. I just had some things I wanted to say, and
conversation better.
Yeah.
Just had some things I wanted to say, and I said them. And again, if anyone has issue with that, then you know what, you could come talk to me about it as always. I'm always willing and ready to have a conversation with anybody. So,
well, RJ, what's your perception before you go? What did you like of the Peacemaker? Did you like it? I
haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna watch it tonight.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe we'll talk about it on MME. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. If I have time, I'll definitely try to talk about you guys.
I'm gonna finish the third episode to see if I like it better.
I am having shrimp Alfredo for dinner tonight.
Ooh.
Shrimp Alfredo. So,
all right,
that sounds tasty.
Yes. So I will see you guys on the flip side. Peace out, everybody.
All right, see you later.
Right. Thanks, RJ. Thanks, Zeno. Yeah, I appreciate it. I really do try, and it's a headache. Nicotina, isn't it a headache trying to get along with every different group of friends on the internet? Oh my God.
It is what it is. I mean, people are going to have their things they like, things they hate. I mean, it's whatever.
Well, thanks for coming on the show. Subscribe to Nicotina and the Four Nerds. Let me get your channel here. Before we go, any other you've seen Peacemaker? You said?
Yeah, I've seen all 3 episodes. I actually watched episode 3 over again. This morning,
really?
Just to get. Yeah, I thought it was good. I really liked episode 3. The first 2 were good as well. The first one, actually, I should say the first one I thought was kind of stupid, and the second one was all right. And the third one, by the time I got to the third one, I was ready for more. I was into it.
Hans, I'm not going to make a separate video on this, but Jarbo's context was that people have done with less reason. That's it. You're all looking for too much into it. I don't believe so, Hans, and you are a valued producer of the show. But saying you'd be happy with him slitting his wrists or engaging with the fans, showing a picture of your art could lend to a potential storming of WB. That's some hyperbolic bullshit. And, you know, mocking fans that are coping is some hyperbolic bullshit that needs to stop. There's both sides. There is nuance to this argument. Oh, Firewater has joined us. Hey, Firewater.
Oh my God.
Hey, good evening. How you guys doing?
All right. How are you, Firewater? Maybe you could give your it's been a while, Firewater. I appreciate you coming on. What's your perception of all this chaos going on of DC and what's happening with it and fandom? Let's get your quick thoughts here.
I haven't seen Peacemaker yet. It is on my to watch list, but I don't know. I just feel like Warner is they had a great opportunity on their hands, and unfortunately they didn't want it. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, what's going to happen now is that they're going to be in a position where they have to defend failure, right? They missed a great opportunity with the Snyderverse, in my opinion. They could have printed money on that. Mm-hmm. I do think there is a strong market for an alternative to Marvel, and I think that's good for Marvel. It forces Marvel to be better as well. Competition is always great for the consumer, you know? So it's sort of like, someone's having a bad time. I'm just kidding. But
no, it's my kid. Sorry.
I don't know. Peacemaker, I got to watch. I like John Cena, so I don't know. I don't really know much about the show. Obviously, the show's based on the character of the new Suicide Squad, which I did see, and I thought was okay. I thought it was like me. You know, it wasn't the best thing ever, but
it moved the needle for me. That's what I'm not saying it was dumpster fire. I'm not saying it was great. It's just like, okay, yeah. We need some confidence to say, okay, now this is something that we could get behind, like the whole fandom, you know, to say, oh, this is a good, strong, you know, it didn't have that Guardians of the Galaxy appeal. It was different, you know, and not that it has to be the same. Let's read Han's comment here. His context was that people have done things like that for less reason, Max. Should he have said it? Probably not. But you're thinking too deep into his deep thought. I say my only point, Hans, I'm not condemning Jarbo. I'm saying that people have to understand the cycle of toxicity and not only look at one side. Mocking people that don't get what they want is not cool. It's juvenile. And then to say in the internet, as the world, and I would love to talk to Firewater on this in the future, this topic, in the internet today, you cannot be hyperbolic and give these like this is a slippery slope, because I see a lot in politics. People say this is a slippery slope of what you're asking people to do. Take the situation at hand, context at hand, people's words, individual words and actions, and judge them on that and not what could happen, because that's also fear mongering. And don't put something on the Zack Snyder, because Firewater, as far as we can remember, I think everyone agrees on here, Zack has not promoted bad behavior. Oh, and we lost Firewater.
Max, I got to run, man. I'm really sorry.
Okay. Oh no, that's fine. So maybe I'll set up with something with Firewater. Oh, yeah, go ahead, Nicotina.
I screwed up. My bad. Sorry. I'm actually using my phone. I'm actually laying down right now. I did not sleep well last night, so I'm just kind of laying down in my bed. So I'm sorry. You were saying, Max, I apologize. You were saying something with the fandom.
In general, in politics and everything, we can't be doing this teams and, you know, saying slippery slope and fear monger of what could happen, because I think that's also adds to toxicity. You know, mocking people for not getting what they want, and then really judge people on their individual actions and words, not guilt by association either. This is all generating and adding to this cycle of going at each other. There's a lot. It doesn't excuse toxicity, but a lot of this is WB mismanagement, and it's just a big mess. And there's still not anything, even after this Peacemaker. I'm just like, okay, we're just at the exact same. We're just treading water here. There's nothing that's going to move it forward. Yeah. Go ahead.
But that's what I mean, though. It's like when you call out people and on either side of the fandom for something that you don't agree with, it doesn't incite any kind of peace or positivity. All it's going to do is just incite negativity and create a further gap between, you know, quote unquote, the toxic side and the non-toxic side. It doesn't do any good.
Mm-hmm.
It adds to dogpiling as well, which is just stupid.
Well, I mean, it just leads to a lot of safe aggression on the internet. I mean, that's ultimately that's why I took a sabbatical from Twitter. Actually, I deleted my Twitter account because I just decided it was a net negative on my time. I realized that while it was fun to dunk on some fandom menace nerds, and you get a little dopamine hit when you do that, it just got old. Like, and then
Well,
when
yeah,
you I still kind of browse to, I have a different account just for news. I don't post on it. And I kind of browse the hashtags once in a while, and I'm like, man, these people are still doing the same shit, different day. God bless them, I guess. But I don't know, man. I just feel like
that's what I'm saying. It's never going to
they're
stop.
convinced with what they're going to believe and want to believe, and that's fine. They're allowed to do that. So to me, it's like, I don't know, man. It's I see some of these little factions of the fandom menace, and it's just like, I don't know. I just feel like inflation is going to be is really going to impact this group, especially some of the ones that were e-begging around the holidays. They're going to be in a lot of trouble this year. I think they got bigger problems than whether The Last Jedi was a bad movie or whatever.
We lost them again. All right. Well, Nicotina, we'll collab soon. I'd like to come on your show or the Four
No,
Nerds.
but I mean,
oh, here he is.
In the Snyder
Damn it, I did it again. I'm sorry, man. I keep getting
that?
done, and I'm thinking it's getting me out of chat, and I screwed up. But I don't know, man. It's going to be an interesting thing here. I think Zach it sounds like he's done.
Well, here's the rumors so far, Firewater, is that they're, and this is spoiler. Oh, God damn it. Oh, shit, he did it again. Are you in the bathroom?
No, I was getting water. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Now I don't know what I was going to say. I was just going to explain the situation to Firewater, which it seems like even if you go with scoops or not, it seems like what they're doing is they're going to focus on this new Flashpoint timeline, if the rumors are be true, and everything else is set aside for potentially the Snyderverse to just be there in case they want to do something or they don't. It could just not lead anywhere. It's just set aside. Firewater, what the rumors are suggesting now is that they're going to focus on the Flash movie and a new Flash storyline, Flash timeline, and do what they want there and set other things aside and just like whatever, see if it works.
Well, I mean, it's going to depend on how much money it makes.
Right, that's it.
Flash cracks $1 billion, which I don't think it will.
Yeah.
I think it'll
then they'll start focusing on that timeline. Then the other timelines are going to be like, well, why are we going to focus on that when this made $1 billion? Right.
Yeah, I know. They're going to follow the money. Most studios would, right? I mean, I don't think my prediction for Flash is maybe a good.
Okay. Well, sickness,
600 million worldwide, I'd say.
I don't want people arguing in the chat, and I really am sorry that you lost. My condolences to you and your family on your loss. So Michael S., please just realize that people have been impacted and it's not a joke. You have your right to your opinion, but this is the thing where you don't know everyone's life experience. I'm very sorry that you lost a family member. Lots of people have. And I would ask you, Michael and Sickness, to put a pin on it because it is controversial. And yes, I'm very sorry to hear that. I don't want to talk about COVID. I really don't want to talk about COVID on my show. It really stinks that all of us have to deal with it. I think we can all agree. But that's you don't know what people have dealt with it with this situation. That's a learning moment, Michael. So please be careful. Is all I'm asking. All right. Sorry, Firewall. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No. You're fine. I'm sorry that what it was a sickness. He lost.
Yeah.
He lost his dad to COVID. That's absolutely awful.
Yeah, he did.
And I have to be careful too because my father-in-law has cancer, so he can't get COVID. Because if he does, his blood count, his immune system is shit. He gets COVID, he's done. Even they said with Omicron, which is supposed to be light. But anyways, I don't want to get into that. So I have to be careful as well. Unfortunately, as much as I want to be done with COVID, it's not done with me yet in my family. Unfortunately not. So, but yeah, in terms of Flash, my prediction is 500 to 550. I just don't think it's going to have the punch. I hope it does. I hope I'm wrong because I like when there's competition. You know what I'm saying? I really like when there's competition because it forces the other IPs to be better. Especially with inflation going up, there's going to be less discretionary spending going around, right? Which means movie people that maybe go see 2 movies a month now only maybe see 1 movie a month.
Average isn't going to cut it. It has to be great to get box office.
I agree. You gotta. I mean, Spider-Man, I feel like, is an anomaly. Obviously, it's Spider-Man, and from what I've heard, it's an excellent movie. I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
It's really good.
Yeah, I
Really good
mean,
movie.
even the most basement dwelly fandom menace guy is like, hey, this is actually a pretty good movie. It's like, wow. It must be pretty decent, you know?
Mm-hmm. No, that's the perfect point. Yeah, inflation, a lot of things going on. The theater environment, there's still opportunities there, but you can't do average. You really have to do something that's going to garner buzz and get people in. It's just going to not go well for you.
You got to make a movie so good that if the average movie going fan can only see one movie in a month or 2 months, they go see your movie, not your competitors. You know what I'm saying? That's where it comes down to, and it comes down to, making a great story. It just seems like with WB though, and their track record with the IP, I was still hoping they would sell the thing.
Yeah.
I would hope they would sell
There's no way they
Netflix
would sell it.
or
No
Amazon,
way.
because I feel like a lot of these properties are built for series. You know, there's a lot of good storyline there. I feel like, one or two movies might not cut it. You know,
this is the new
you
market.
don't have to worry about runtime.
You have to. This is what they're trying to do with the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker. The new market is have your properties support each other. A theatrical film with a limited series, like the Suicide Squad and the Peacemaker. And so far, this is the only one that they've capitalized on. They've whiffed at everything else. The Matrix should have been spun off into a series. Harry Potter and the Fantastic Beasts should have been spin off to a series. There was even Godzilla versus Kong that they were going to do a series based on that group that followed the kaiju. So they're failing at every instance here. Dune was supposed to have a spin-off series. WB is doing a lot, is really failing here, and it's not the same situation as like Kathy Kennedy and Lucasfilm. Lucasfilm, they had, even though people were upset with the sequel trilogy, they still had $3 billion movies before they stopped making Star Wars. This is not the case for WB, and they're heading into second merger. So anyone that says, oh, Toby, Emmerich, Walter Hamada is not going anywhere, you really don't know. We have to wait and see for the merger, which is happening shortly, Firewater. The merger is coming up, I believe, in April.
Wait, I'm sorry. Which merger again, bud?
The WB Discovery merger for HBO Max.
Oh, yeah. I thought that already, because we were talking about that a while. This was one of our last conversations we had, if I remember correctly.
Right. So some people are extremely confident. Toby Emmerich should not go anywhere. If you're an executive and you survived one merger, it doesn't mean you're necessarily going to survive a second, especially since it's a second merger. And it's not just DC that's failing. All their properties are failing. These should all be spun into limited series on HBO Max. Matrix 4, Resurrections.
I saw that. I did see. I was like,
right. They're like,
why? They phoned in the fight scenes.
Yes.
Although Bugs was good. I liked her. I thought she kicked ass.
Yeah, but she didn't have anywhere to do. She didn't have anything to do though. It's
Yeah, she was just kind of there, and she kind of beat everyone up. That fight scene with the Merovingian. Like he's monologuing. I was like, look, just let him fight. Yeah, he looked like a jerk, dude. I was like, when did this guy become homeless? Like, what's going on? When did this guy? What? He can't pay his mortgage? What's going on here? What the hell happened?
It's not just one thing, and I keep saying no one knows what's going to happen because you can't go into a second merger and say let's keep the status quo. Let's just do what we did and try it again. No, you have to do something drastically different if you're going into a second merger.
Well, I would agree with that because it's like,
maybe I should end the show. I'll try to arrange something with Firewater when he's got a more stable connection. I'll see if he pops in again. Yes. Yeah, you have to be a really good movie to succeed in this environment. You do. These DJC game studios, right? It's like a bargain bin. It's like look. I mean, his helmet looks cool, but it feels cheap. It feels cheap to me. Some of the special effects are cool. Some of the action is really cool. It's a mixed bag for me. I'm not saying it's a dumpster fire, I'm not saying it's amazing. I'm waiting. Look, The Boys is like a comparable. The Boys is so much better than this is. That's the point. It's supposed to be real. I get that.
Son of a bitch! I did it again. Guys, I'm so sorry. This whole talking on the phone shit. For some reason, I can't get my speakers going. I'm trying to find my earbuds, which appears to be a futile fucking task. So I apologize.
That's all right. We need to plan a fire stream for you, Firewater, because I finally found out a way to have people send in questions and it be successful.
I will answer them. I will answer questions at my discretion. Certain questions I will not be able to answer my earbuds.
Well, I don't want personal questions or anything like that.
Yeah, I know. And but there's a method to my madness with that, and that's maybe something I can answer as to why I choose to operate the way I do on the internet.
Oh yeah,
that's actually
me too.
Question. That could be. We could have that for another time, perhaps.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, it's these mergers and everything like that. It's where the hell are my ear? Wow, I can't find my effing earbuds, dude. What is going? I have like 30. Oh wait, here they are. Aha! I have like 30 pairs of them, and I can't.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second here. Then I won't even. The only thing I'll have up is chat, and that way I can hear. Because right now it's coming through. It's not coming through like my phone, like speakerphone. Give me 1 second here.
Okay.
I know. My apologies to. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Good. Yeah, this is much better. This is my apologies to the chat. Feel free to make fun of my incompetence here. I won't take it too personally. No, it's funny. But the Matrix, like I said, and I'm a huge Matrix fan. I feel like the Matrix is the most underutilized franchise in movie history, in my opinion.
I would have loved
more stuff in the Matrix.
I would have loved to seen a series based on that. Now it's not going to happen.
Well, no, they crapped the bed. Keanu phoned in the fight scenes. He was good. Trinity was, again, they kind of phoned in the fight scenes. He was like using the Force and like, I don't know, man. I missed the crazy martial arts. I would have liked to seen Keanu handle a couple of firearms there. I get when you're the one, you kind of don't need them, but I don't know. They could have worked that in,
I actually like the first hour. I'm like, okay, this is different. It's like breaking the fourth wall, like Deadpool, like kind of self-referential, and then it just didn't go anywhere. Like they found an interesting way to resurrect the franchise, and then it went nowhere. That's my thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, they did kind of leave the ending open, but to me, I don't know. I was disappointed. I mean, I like how they handled Morpheus, but I feel like the guy who played Morpheus could have just played a different character,
Mm-hmm.
And Morpheus could have been like, hey, he didn't make it, whatever.
Right. They found an interesting way to have him sort of like a Morpheus-like character, and then his character didn't really go anywhere either. It was like, okay. I just didn't go anywhere for me. No, I mean, I understand what they were going for. It wasn't horrible, it didn't resurrect anything. It is a dead franchise now, definitely.
Is it more than martial arts? Absolutely, but that's a major part of it. The action mixed with the philosophy.
Right. The action.
You got to have both. You got to have both. Otherwise, the movie doesn't play. And I think that's a lot of the criticism. The Matrix is based off, are we in a simulation? Are we not? Are we in charge of our destiny? Are we not?
Mm-hmm. There's nothing in there that's like even on par with any of the other trilogy in the trilogy. It's just like nothing. There should be something that gives you a spark, like, oh, this is really cool. But part of the problem may be is Lana Wachowski. I don't know if you know this, Firewater. They started filming before the pandemic, and Lana didn't even want to finish it, and they had to have the crew convince Lana to finish the film. So I kind of felt that, like it had a strong start, and then just kind of meandered and finished. And I think
they phoned it in.
I think that might be part of.
They phoned in like the action and the story. I like Neil Patrick Harris's performance. I thought he did well. Merovingian was just wasted. Like, why did he look like an asshole?
Right.
Why did he look like he has to jump a subway turnstile twice a day? Like, come on, man. What are we doing here?
Yeah. Well, Firewater, I hate to keep our collab short, but it would go in an hour and a half. We'll definitely have you on again. and I was planning on doing an MME later tonight too. I'm trying a new show called The Mad Show, because I cover movie madness. People get mad on the internet. It's not necessarily that I'm mad. I'm not that mad anymore, Firewater. I'm just like, when things don't work out now, I just get disappointed. I'm just like, oh, not again. You know,
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Right. I'm sad. I'm sad, Max. I'm like, oh,
no, sad, Max.
No. I mean, I hope you enjoy the Peacemaker. I don't want you to feel bad. Like you pay for HBO Max, right?
I still have it. Yeah, that's what. Actually, one of the things we're looking to triage is our streaming services. I think we're kind of overcommitted.
Yeah.
So I'll give it a shot. If it sucks, then.
I mean, I don't think it's a dumpster fire, but I don't see anyone buying HBO Max for just this. And that's what you should get. You should have something so fire that like, oh, I need to get this to see. And I don't think this isn't going to move anyone's needle for HBO Max subscription. It's just there. It's not. This isn't a Mandalorian. You need a Mandalorian type event for HBO Max, and we still don't have it yet.
I agree with you on that. I would have loved to see The Matrix as a series. I think it's
and that should have been by HBO Max for the Matrix series. That's another fail. It just is.
Right. And that sucks because, again, a huge Matrix fan. I even like Revolutions, and I know I'll get shit on for that.
I like it too. I was so looking forward to this. I like the trailers for this film. Everything cool is in the trailer.
Right, pretty much. And I thought the guy who played Agent Smith, he did okay, but he wasn't really that convincing.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, very few people can replace Hugo Weaving.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy's an accomplished Broadway actor. He was the original king in Hamilton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was happy with the day and date for HBO Max, and I'm happy.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't have to see that in theater.
That Ridley Scott Ben Affleck film is on there now, and I want to watch that. The Last Duel that didn't do good at the box office. I do want to see that, but there's not a lot besides HBO has a great back catalog of stuff, but there's not anything new. And then maybe with the new Game of Thrones series, maybe that'll be like, oh, this is what I need to keep it for. You know, maybe that'll move the needle. I don't know.
I mean, like, there's a lot of stuff. There's some late night comedy stuff. Like, a lot of people subscribe because of Bill Maher.
I like Bill Maher.
I'm not the biggest Bill Maher fan, although it's interesting to see him agree with conservatives more than liberals, which I find fascinating.
He has been lately. You're right. He's been getting a lot of heat for that.
But yeah, no, but you know, someone like him, I think he'll be like, whatever. You know, he's too old to care. You know, but no, it's interesting. You know, we'll have to see what happens with everything because I'm very curious to see. With HBO, like I said, there are some good things on there. Mayor of Easttown is excellent with Kate Winslet.
Oh, really?
Okay. I highly recommend watching that. Watch that with your wife; she'll like it.
I also heard Euphoria's. I mean, but this show, this is where I have a personal, like, I'm like, okay, like I can't watch Peacemaker with my parents, and something I really enjoy if I'm paying for a subscription service is watching something with my wife. If my wife, who has no dog in this, in this game, she doesn't care about the Snyder Cut. She doesn't care about all my DC wants. She just likes to watch good content. And if she walks off halfway through and it's like, finish this on your own, I don't like it. That's a big pull for me. And I think this happens with a lot of people. Everyone that says, oh, this is great, this is not going to pull a lot of people in, I don't think. I just don't. It's a niche audience. And the original Suicide Squad had a bigger audience than this one, in my opinion. I mean,
it's
this
possible,
is
yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe the draw is John Cena. We'll see how strong of a draw he is. Because I mean, I like John Cena. I think he does the action well. I think when he does comedy, he's pretty good at it. For a big guy.
I think he's doing better in this series than in the movie The Suicide Squad. His comedic timing is a little bit more on point, but still, it's like a mixed bag for me. I think that's where we'll end it. Firewater, we'll have Firewater on again. We'll do something more planned.
Yeah, my bad. Like I said, I just got off of work a little bit early. My wife's had a happy hour with a coworker, so I'm kind of on my own for dinner tonight. We got big plans tomorrow, so she wanted to go out and meet with a friend. And I'm tired. I did not sleep well last night. I don't know what the heck was wrong with me, but I just did not. I went to bed at 5 and I had to wake up at 6 for work. And I'm like, no, why, God, why?
Well, we'll talk a couple minutes behind the scenes, but I want to thank everyone, and I am still planning on doing MME Live later tonight with a panel. We'll see how that goes. I appreciate this hot conversation, and give props to Firewater, and we'll see you later. Thanks for supporting the show.
Thank you for having me.